I heard music in its hand when I stepped on stage at Alfred's. I brought my best shout and grab. Saw my friends playing Abram Boogie, swap stories at Boo Cafe. Too soon our time was over, and it still haunts my dreams today. You know I've always been a wanderer. I've never felt like I belong. Now that I'm baptized in the muddy water, the heart of Memphis calls me home. No, I've always been a wanderer. I've never felt like I belong. Now that I'm baptized in the muddy water, the heart of Memphis calls me
There it is, folks. There she is, Michele Amour and the Love Dealers, the title track, Heart of Memphis. Let me stop my auto before it keeps going. All right, thank you. Come on back, Michele. Michele is in Seattle, Washington. How's the weather out there today?
I think it's in the upper 70s today.
Okay.
Yeah, sunny. It was kind of overcast this morning, so then it was muggy. But now the clouds burned off, and it's like upper 70s. That's pretty normal for this time of year.
Yeah. I've seen so many cool pictures. I love, nature and all that kind of stuff. But Washington, the mountains over there, and it must be just incredible, the scenery in the country.
Well, what's amazing is you can go from being, at the ocean, and you can drive an hour and you're in the mountains, or at least in the foothills. So that's really, there's a lot of different kinds of stuff to see.
Yeah.
And of course we have some lakes and stuff like that too.
Yeah. In my perception is I always like the cool. It seems a very clean, should I get at the countryside and the just trying to picture Washington and Seattle and from afar. I'm in Wisconsin area.
Yeah.
But awesome. Love to talk about that kind of stuff. And again, you got your great Christmas CD coming out. We're going to have Christmas in Seattle, Little Christmas here in August, coming out hopefully in October, you mentioned. And tell us finish up a little bit about your Christmas CD, and then we're going to get on to a little bit of Falling Down, another awesome tune that's kind of been my theme tune lately, so it seemed to be fun.
So I think 6 of the tunes on the album are going to have a horn section, so sax, trumpet, trombone, tenor, and bari sax on some of the tunes. So that's pretty cool. Doing some fun things with backing vocals. Interesting little stories. So Funky Santa is one of the tunes I wrote when I was in Memphis. I was sitting at B.B. King's having some dinner and listening to music, and I looked up at the balcony and I saw this guy who looked like Santa. And he wasn't wearing the red suit, but he otherwise looked like Santa. And he was just digging the music and kind of dancing a little bit, and it got me thinking, where does Santa go? What does he do on his off time? And I decided he probably is a music lover, and he goes to Beale Street.
He's a cool Santa.
Yeah, so he's a funky Santa. So that song's a lot of fun. It's got kind of a James Brown sort of groove to it. It's got the horn section. Our keyboard player totally cracks me up because he recorded, we're all in there working on stuff, and when he was putting down his keyboard solos on a couple of the tunes, I wasn't there, and so he went in and he recorded this funny little bit at the beginning of Funky Santa where he goes, "Hey kiddies, I'm on vacation." Ho 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 ho. And it totally cracked me up, and he did it as a joke, but I actually asked him to keep it in there. So
you never know.
So you just never know what's gonna work out. So so Christmas in Blue will be due out, I'm guessing, October 25th.
Yes.
You'll be one of the first people to have it, and it'll have, I think, eight original. And the reason I say I think is that sometimes when you're working on an album like this and you start listening to everything all together, you go, you know what, this one song, it's not totally working, so you pull it out.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we're going to have 8 new originals and 2 covers.
Cool.
And it's going to be a new, fun take on Christmas for blues lovers. Plenty of stuff that will be danceable. And then you wanted me to talk about Falling Down. So I did not write that song, which is on Wiggle Room, about literally falling down. I wrote it about falling down as a metaphor for screwing up, which we all do. But I understand it's a little bit of a theme song for you now.
Yeah. You have a little fun in life, falling down. And I love the guitar when it all starts off. It's just got all your songs have this classy, but then it's got the rocky stuff, and we'll find out in a couple seconds here. But yeah, like in life, you get a little injuries and stuff, so you have to little chuckle sometimes.
You get some bumps and bruises. Yes, you do. Absolutely.
Yeah, but playing your music and Christmas and August and all that just makes me laugh and have fun, and that's what God bless and all this good stuff is, And I love your new tanks that you're doing. That is so cool. And by the way, yeah, we were talking about Little Drummer Boy you sent me to, and you're going to have a little shaky different version of that too, because that's always fun when you do a lot of the covers on songs. And the blues guys, you guys always do that.
Yeah. We actually asked our fans if we were to do some covers, which ones they liked. And Little Drummer Boy was one that a bunch of people mentioned, and I thought, it's a great way to showcase our drummer. There he usually is. He's in the back of the stage. Nobody notices him unless he's not there. So let's just bring him forward. So that song begins and ends with him just putting down this killer second line New Orleans kind of groove, and it's a lot of fun. And it's nice to showcase the different members of the band. I'm not one of those band leaders who's like, oh, it's all about me. It's about the band and what we can create and do together.
Oh yeah, you are the band. I mean, when I've been hearing your 2 CDs that was sent to me with the room and all that, it's a broad Memphis. It is the blues, and again the one that you have with the little stew, where you guys bring this in, bring in the horns, a bit of that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Friends.
I guess we just got to the point where we got all the different personalities and skill sets that work together really, really well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's go to Falling Down right now, and we'll be right back with this. Michele.
I look positive, but I tarnish my crown. Each time I get to walking, feels like falling down. Each time I get to walking, feels like falling down.
Always on the boots. Thank you, Michele Amour. Come back to the show. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that, and I love the groove and everything you got going, and that's why you're on the charts forever, and that's good stuff. You and the Love Dealers, compliments to the Love Dealers and the Magoo.
The Love Dealers.
Doing all that cool stuff you guys do. Speaking of Seattle, I always mention NFL's coming. Seahawks fan? You guys football out there?
Oh, my parents actually had season tickets back when the Seahawks were first established as a team. So yeah,
at the Kingdom.
Jim Zorn and Steve Largent.
Yes,
that's a blast from the past in football history.
Oh, I love that back then, and truthfully, it's been nice to see teams come back. You don't have that NFL